Hi. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of standing hip mobility and a little bit of balance work, as well as some seated mobility. For this video, you're going to need two areas to work. You're going to need the back of a couch, something really sturdy, or maybe a kitchen counter. But I like a couch because you need something you can get a little bit of grip on. You're also going to need a dining room chair, something firm and rigid. I'm using the Pilates chair. It's high, but I'm really tall, so it should work out to be about the same. You're going to begin by facing your sturdy surface, your couch, and I want you to start to walk your feet back. Shoulders roll down the back, so we're going to try to avoid shrugging here. Keep your shoulders down, plant your feet in parallel, and then stretch backwards. If you have a tendency to hyperextend through your knees, just unlock the knees a little bit. So we've got a soft bend there. Lift through the abdomen, scoop up, roll forward. Keep your heels down on the ground and get a calf stretch. Rise up and then back. Again, soften through the knees if you tend to hyperextend or have hypermobile joints. Roll it up. I'm keeping my heels down to start to stretch out my calves. Hamstrings, glutes, low back, and chest, wherever you feel it, that's where you need it. 3 to 5 on that, and then find yourself in a supported plank. Shoulders are still drawn down. Peeling your heels off and lower them back down. Articulation through your feet. We want mobile ankles to support our gait, to keep our calves and our Achilles tendons happy. Good. And then lower the heels back down. My feet are still in parallel. I want them to be in straight lines. So if your heels start to turn in or out, see if you can open them back up like railroad tracks. Bend at the knees slightly and press your hips back and up and down. Keep your heels lifted. Maybe do about 10 of these. And up. Spine stays in a straight line. Warming up the hips, the knees, and the ankles, as well as a little bit of shoulder work here. I think that's about 5. So you can continue on as you wish. And then walk forward. Let's take one foot up, as little weight on the bar or the couch as possible. Take your foot back behind you, and they're still in parallel, so your feet are along the same line without letting that back heel roll in or out. If you're really struggling for balance here, just let your heel drop down and your back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Front knee stays over the heel. And we're going to rise up, pulling the belly button back, and then forward, and back, and forward. The game is to keep the front knee over the heel. If you notice that your knee is really wobbling in and out, or struggling with this, use your glute to press the knee outwards. Keep it aimed at the second toe. You're working over the heel, and you can slow down. These are not meant to be fast movements. We're meant to be practicing our gait. We've done 5 on that side with the foot. The challenge position is feet in parallel, or with the foot turned out. We switch to the other side. Take it back. Feet in parallel, or drop down. Back and forth, 5. Yeah, my right hip is where I have a lot of struggle here. So keep pulling outwards. For the bars or your couch or whatever you're using is always there for you. Slowing down. These should be gentle on the knees. Any strain in the hips, then this might not be the exercise for you. That was about 5, and step forward. Now our big hip stretches, we're going to work from our Hips over our ankles position. Take one leg back behind you. Pull your heel in towards your glute as much as you are able. Take that knee, circle it up, allow the hips to circle with you, and bring it around. Hip cars, 5 to 10 in each direction and on each side. I'm letting my hips move. I'm letting my shoulders move. And all good. I'm just reaching as big a circle as I can get. That was about 5. Switch directions. Full breath here. The shoulders stay in neutral. If you notice they're creeping up, go ahead and reset. Take it around. Inhale as you go up. Exhale as you pull through. One more on this side. Take a break as you need to. You can always stretch. You can move. You can take a little breather to catch your breath. Shoulders roll down. We're going to do 5 circles in each direction on the other side. As you do this on your own, you'll think 5 to 10 of each movement in both directions. I've got 2 more here. And switch directions. Pop, pop, pop. If little pops are normal, if you hear a snapping noise, you go for one more. Then you're either going to make an adjustment with your turnout, maybe flex your feet or point your feet. But if it's a constant snap each time, maybe try reducing your range of motion. Pops are okay. Snapping is okay. It's not dangerous. We just don't want to do it over and over so we don't create a friction situation. Having a seat at the very, very front edge, a perch at the front edge of your chair. Let's take one foot off to the side. You're turning the knee and the toes up to the ceiling, and you're going to walk the other leg out to the side. The lower you are, the more challenging this gets. So we can start high, but maybe you could find an ottoman or a bench, something lower to work on if you're not feeling the stretch. I'm going to take the back of my hand. I don't want to smash into it. Never press into your knee. I'm going to take the other hand off to the side. Sliding down and out. Open your armpit to the ceiling and bring it back up and out. Do again about 5. If there's a part of this stretch that really feels like it's getting a spot that needs a stretch, you can hold and breathe. One more. And then switch sides. So this knee is open as far as it's comfortable. Turn the toe and the knee up to the ceiling. Up and out. 5. Big breaths. Last 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Both knees are bent, feet are flat. Knees are pressed out as wide as you can without falling off. Arms stretch up to the ceiling. Flat back. Take your elbows out to your sides. You can either land the hands on the insides of the knee to push them wide, or you can reach down to the floor. Keep your chest lifted. Spine is straight. Belly button comes down as far as your hips will allow you to go, and then reach back up. Ease into the stretch. Try not to make it a forward fold. Try to keep your spine lifted as the belly button comes forward. Finding anything that you need to along the way. You could have another chair in front of you or a wall to help get you there. 3 more. Reach down. I really like this stretch. Sometimes I can hold here for a breath or two. Flat back gets me back up. 2 more. And last one. All right, our last stretch for the day is going to be a seated figure 4. There are several variations of a figure 4. You can do them lying down on your back if you'd like to. I'll show you a way we can make it into an exercise, a standing balance exercise. If this hurts your knees, this is not the exercise for you, or this is not the variation of the figure 4. So we're going to start to bring one foot across the ankle over the other thigh. I want you to be mindful of where your hips tried to go. Keep your hips and your rib cage squared off. Elongate through the spine. Let's not push directly into the knee. Maybe just place your hand above the knee on your thigh and allow the belly button to fall forward. Keep the chest lifted. It's not a round stretch. It's an elongation stretch. Lifting up through head, neck, and shoulders. And the pelvis is what's tipping forward. Trust your body. No one knows your body better than you. So as you move forward, if it doesn't feel good, don't force it. You should be able to breathe normally through the entire exercise. Reset, check in with the hips, and cross the other side. May feel completely different. Planting this foot, pressing out here, hinge forward. And take it back. I'm just easing through this. I'm warmed up, so my hips are allowing this movement. If I was doing this first thing in the morning, I may be doing a lot more holding or more repetitions to get me warmed up. I'm stopping with 5, but 5 to 10 is where we want to go. Thank you so much.